We'll start with the Fox Heat Transfer 3200, which is part of the popular cookware range from Fox. This compact device folds down neatly and sits solidly on 3 curved legs. It has a stylish look with a black finish that sets it apart from most other stoves on the market. The built-in windshield is also designed to funnel air for a more consistent flame, and it comes with piezo ignition and puts out 3200 watts of power and weighs 320 grams. Our only concern would be the potential to overextend and bend back the thin legs. It's got a retail price of $49.99. Next up, it's the Bulin BL100T4, the internet's favourite. This Chinese burner has gained a cult following among savvy carp anglers looking for an online bargain, and many have spotted that this stove looks and performs like many fishing branded versions at a much lower cost. It's not the most compact design, but it does form a very solid base despite not having extending legs. The preheat tube is a welcome feature, and the surface area is large enough for big pans. It has a claimed power output of 3000 watts, but the windshielding properties are poor. However, with a retail price of just 20 quid, it's a serious contender. Next up is the Coleman Firestorm PCS with a retail price of 75 quid. Now, Coleman need no introduction in this market. They've got a top pedigree and produce plenty of options. This version comes with a built-in pot with a 1.3 litre capacity that also doubles as a carry case for the burner and a small gas can. There's a preheat tube for cold weather, a really efficient built-in wind block, and the piezo ignition is neatly mounted on the flexi hose. It puts out 2200 watts of power, and the stove itself weighs 258 grams, with the pot adding another 318. On the downside, the top-heavy design isn't the most stable, and the cooking base is a bit narrow for use with other pans. This is the Primus Easyfuel Duo with a retail price of £97.50. Designed in Sweden and made in Estonia, Primus burners are relied upon across the world. The Easyfuel Duo is a classic folding camping stove that weighs 385 grams and puts out 3000 watts of power with piezo ignition and a preheat tube. It's got a big surface area for large pans, and the legs lock solidly in place. The Duo part of the name refers to its clever ability to work with gas canisters with a screw top or non-threaded tops. However, in Britain you're unlikely to encounter non-threaded tops, so perhaps it's a feature for the globetrotting carp angler. Next up, with a retail price of $39.99, is the Trakker Armolife TriLite. Weighing just 225 grams, this feather-light beauty is one of the most popular carp stoves on the market. But don't be fooled by its dainty design. This thing kicks out 3,200 watts of power and has a piezo igniter. The TriLite packs down into a very flat package and has a low centre of gravity for stability and a big surface area for supporting larger pans. It's very well priced, but the only downside is that its flame is exposed to the elements, so some form of baffle is handy on windier days. Another mini marvel is this $54.99 Wychwood tactical stove. It's got the most satisfying pack-down shape and size of all on test. It'll even fit inside a carper's kettle and weighs just 231 grams. There's a preheat tube, and the whole thing is well constructed from copper, stainless steel and aluminium. Very occasionally the legs will fool you into thinking they're solidly into position when they're not, but that's a fairly minor gripe. But we'd also quite like to have seen some form of ignition on this one. Thanks for watching this buyer's guide from carpfeed.com in association with Bobco Tackle. Do click that subscribe button for plenty more on our YouTube channel.